Welcome to EDSE 614, Unit 5. In this unit, we're going to be taking a look at a couple different ideas, one of those being data collection and how to really get going, not only on that, but also on some of those different processes for this FBA BIP assignment, such as the facts interview and other options for observation and record review as you're gathering data and information to get started. Last unit, you had the opportunity to submit your proposed target behavior in quiz number 2. So you'll be receiving feedback on that soon, and in that feedback will be any additional thoughts for things to tweak or change. And otherwise, you want to get going on collecting data for that target behavior so that you can get a really firm baseline established. There has been information, and over previous modules, you've seen different ideas about data collection for baseline and for progress or change and growth later on. This module will provide more information on how to graph that data. If you encounter any concerns or have any questions about data collection at any time, please do reach out to me. I'm happy to communicate with you via Canvas Messenger or email, set a phone appointment, or meet on a video conference if that would be helpful. I do not want anybody to feel confused or stressed by this process because I am here to help and want it to be enjoyable and informative, so please do let me know if that would be helpful. Taking a look at the requirements for this week, we do have an activity discussion. There is something that is required. It's an article just providing reference, and we'll take a look at that. There is not a point value associated with the submission, but we still will want to make sure that it gets done. And we'll review that here as we go into the Canvas shell. Got the assigned reading here, and once again, just reviewing all of the content. Activity discussion deadlines for this unit are the same as they have been for all others. You want to be citing text or other relevant sources to support. So for the article upload that we just mentioned, and that's right here, you'll see that we do have the behavior training assignment coming up. And remember, this is a good spot for you to just keep an eye on due dates. So do make use of this course schedule. You'll see it down there. Behavior training assignment. So back in Unit 3, just a while ago, there was a list of evidence-based journal articles for you to review. And they look like this. Provided articles for the behavior training assignment. Many different choices. Okay, so please do browse these. And we want to take a look at the assignment description, which you can find under assignments on the left. So you'll be working on this behavior training assignment from your primary article. Once you choose an article from that list, which was provided to you in Unit 3, you're going to develop more information about that topic with 10 other resources, okay? And they don't all need to be academic journal articles, peer-reviewed, but you do want reliable sources. If you're not sure if a source is reliable, feel free to reach out. You can also get in touch with peers and say, what are your thoughts on this one? Talk with a supervisor, and I'm definitely here to bounce those things off of as well. So you'll be gathering 10 sources related to the topic of your primary article that you'll select from that lengthy list provided in Unit 3. You're going to create a training for paraprofessionals, classified staff in special education programming. You'll be taking a look at behavior and what kinds of implications might exist for practice, making sure that paraprofessionals who would be taking your training are well equipped to support students, particularly in the behavioral components of their learning. So the training will have at least 3 objectives, and this is participants will be able to 1, 2, and 3 at least, and that's for those paraprofessionals taking the training. An outline of what the training will entail, resources that you would use to present it. So that could be a PowerPoint presentation, a Prezi, something of that nature. provide a visual. Make sure that you include an activity. You can get creative on this one for the participants to engage in as you're going through your training to help them learn. And then an exit survey or an evaluation to see about their performance and their understanding and grasp of the concepts that you've been teaching. And you'll be able to share this project later on in our course. But you can see here detailed information. We want to do APA format citations, and there is a 3-page paper that you'll include, which will describe your follow-up support for those who have participated in your training. So after they've done your training, you're not just going to walk away and say good luck. This is an opportunity for you to really help them make sure that they're getting the information that they need, that they're implementing it appropriately, and that it's making a positive difference in their setting. So that will be a 3-page paper included. Please do review the rubric here. It's pretty specific when it comes to your sources. So this is more information. You can see that at least 5 peer-reviewed articles should be referenced, etc. So do check this out, just to make sure that you are on target for all of the expectations. That rubric is very helpful. So this unit, the behavior training assignment, is not due. Remember, check the course schedule to see when the behavior training assignment will be due. Still got some time. However, you'll see down below at the bottom here in Unit 5, with no point value, you will submit your chosen primary article here. So from the lengthy list of articles provided in Unit 3, you'll choose a topic that's interesting to you for this paraprofessional training. You're going to find a lot of other things to support that or relate to it, connect to it in some way, compare, contrast. But for this submission, you're just going to choose the one primary article in that list that you'll go from. You will upload it here quickly and easily, and then I'll just be able to provide any feedback and be aware that you've got something chosen. So that's really the purpose of this submission. So when you look here at Unit 5 and you see upload article, that's what that means. And the only other requirement for this unit would be our activity discussion. This is a discussion that gives you practice in creating graphs. You'll then be given baseline and intervention data. This is all just data made up for you to practice graphing. Be able to interpret what you see based on that data. And you'll be able to post and get feedback from others about your graph and your interpretation of it. And right before that in Canvas, there is a lengthy page required with information about plotting data in Excel. So this will be helpful for you as you are preparing for the activity discussion for the week. That's about it. Please keep an eye on our deadlines as always. I'm here if you have any questions. Feel free to shoot me an email or a Canvas message. Looking forward to continuing to work with all of you this week.